Hey there! Today we're gonna be talking about this keyboard. I'll tell you one thing, this is the best value keyboard I've tested so far. Let's talk about it. $40, 2,000 pesos. That's really cheap when it comes to mechanical keyboards. Shout out to TMKB for sending me this keyboard to review. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys. This is the GK61 from TMKB. From the looks of it, TMKB is affiliated with KeyMove in the area, which I did a mouse review in the past, and if you want to watch that, you can click right here. But going back to the keyboard, this is a 60% mechanical keyboard with hot swappable Gateron optical switches and Bluetooth capability. You think that's worth your money? Let's find out. So in the box, you get the keyboard, the manual, the warranty card, extra switches, the keycap puller, and the switch puller. While the unboxing may not feel premium, it has everything you need in terms of mechanical keyboards. As we always do, let's start with the build quality. Being a 60% keyboard, you can expect it to be on the smaller side of things. This measures 92.2 centimeters for the width and 10.9 centimeters for the length, with a height of 2.7 centimeters, 3.8 with the stand flipped out. In terms of size, this is fairly similar to the other 60% keyboards I have. The housing is made of hard textured plastic with the logo at the bottom right of the keyboard. At the bottom, you get 4 rubber feet, the Bluetooth switch, and the collapsible feet. The USB port is in the upper left of the keyboard. I don't really have a preference for this, but since my cable is twisted to the left, this works for me. The cable that came with this is really unique. The USB-A connector is reversible, so you don't have to fiddle around when connecting it to your PC. This was really a nice touch. This weighs around 600 grams, which is just right considering it does not have an aluminum body. Now let's talk about the keycaps. This one comes with double shot PBT keycaps. It's a bit thicker than the other ones I've tried in the past. The quality of the legends on the keycaps are not perfect, at least for my unit. Some of the keys are showing the letters perfectly, while some are not balanced, which is not ideal, but it's not a deal breaker. The good thing is, since these can always be replaced, you can go for different keycaps in the future if you want to mod this. The keycap on this keyboard has an OEM profile, which is common for keyboards in this form factor. I got the maroon and black model. This one also comes in blue and white, and to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the maroon color. Looking at the blue one, I feel that may have been more of my taste. This is also hot swappable with Gateron optical switches. This means that down the line, if you decide to change to other Gateron optical switches, you will be able to do so, which is really nice in my opinion. While this is already a good keyboard at stock, having that flexibility for modding in the future is welcome. The build quality is okay. At this price point for a mechanical keyboard, this does not feel cheap at all. Like all 60% keyboards, you will not get the dedicated function row and you will lose some of the other dedicated buttons. This is the trade-off for a smaller form factor. This keyboard comes with one function key. The other ones I've tested in the past have 2 function keys. You can access the additional functionality like media keys and function keys by pressing the function button and the desired button. Like all 60% keyboard, there's a bit of a learning curve to master all the additional functionality, as they're all different. One thing that I miss on this keyboard is the ability to use the arrow keys as a secondary button function without pressing the function key. This is something that other keyboards like the AnPro 2 was able to do. Typing on this keyboard was quite enjoyable. It has a similar feel to the RK61. The actuations are not as soft as my Keychron with Gateron Reds, but I don't feel tired compared when I use my RK61. In other words, I can type comfortably for hours. As for connectivity, this keyboard has a 5.1 Bluetooth connection that allows up to 3 devices and a wired connection. While the Bluetooth connection is super convenient, allowing you to switch to multiple devices with ease, I would always prefer a wired connection for reliability. As for the battery life, this one comes with a 1900 mAh battery, which is rated for 2 days. I haven't tested it yet since I always use this keyboard wired. And another thing I like about this keyboard is that out of the box you get that thunk sound that I guess everyone goes for. Here's a sample sound test. Alright, now let's talk about the software. This one has a really basic software. You can assign specific functions to each key, from system controls, multimedia, mouse functions, and even macros. You can create several profiles as well and control the RGB from the software. It's not the most robust software I've tried, but it does provide all the basic functions, which is really helpful. Some mechanical keyboards don't even have a software, so this is a plus. Gaming on this keyboard was okay. Similar to my typing experience, I did not have any difficulty playing for extended hours. And of course, being a 60% keyboard, it allows for an ideal keyboard and mouse position while gaming because of the absence of the number pad. So let's talk about the RGB. The RGB on this keyboard looks too saturated for me. At first I thought it was because of the LEDs, but it was actually because of the keycaps. Changing the keycaps to white helped a lot in making the keyboard less harsh to the eyes, at least for me. And it comes with the most common effects you'd expect from any mechanical keyboard. This keyboard has tremendous value at this price point. You get nice build quality at a fair price with option for upgrade down the line, which I think is really important. That flexibility will allow you to keep the same keyboard and test different switches and keycaps and upgrade using the keyboard base. I wish I had known about this keyboard from the start. And that's the end of the video. If you want to know more about mechanical keyboards, you can click right here. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.